Welcome back. Now it's time to learn how to use state transition diagrams and how these help you create tests with a logical flow. You will be ably assisted by Anna, who will guide you through the next few lessons.
Thank you for the introduction. Let's get started. Hello, let's get straight into it. State transition diagrams, which are sometimes referred to as state machines, are used in various jobs to capture any state change during a process. This could be anything from a loan application process to making a medical appointment, and then getting treatment from a doctor or nurse. Let's start by looking at the loan application process. I will now build a state diagram for a loan application. It will have 6 potential states, and each one could be recorded on a software system. This will allow a bank user to see the progress of any loan application and enable them to discuss its status with the customer. For example, when a loan application is submitted online, it may need to be reviewed by a bank employee before a credit check is initiated. Whilst that review is pending, the state would be loan application submitted. When the review is complete, a credit check is requested and the state will change to credit check. Remember, the state will only have one value. The credit check will eventually complete and the result will impact the next state. If the credit check fails, then the next state will be rejected by bank. This is a final state. If the credit check passes, the state will change to loan offered. In either case, the customer is informed automatically. If a loan is offered, there could be 2 potential outcomes or states in this process. First, the customer receives the offer, but for their own reasons, they decide not to accept it. The status will change to refused by customer. Alternatively, if a customer decides to accept the loan, the status will change to loan in force. Without having to look too hard, we can identify 3 potential tests, and there could be more. Like checking the process if a loan offer is made and the customer doesn't respond. Now we'll look at a completely different situation and examine a process that a doctor's surgery may use to make appointments. You can then use this to identify more potential tests. Let's look at this process in reverse to see how many final states there are. There are 2 potential end states. The first is when a patient's issue is resolved, so that's one test. There is another final state where a hospital appointment is required for follow-up treatment or analysis, and this would be the second test. What else can we look for? When a patient requests an appointment, the receptionist makes an assessment and decides whether this should be with a nurse or with a doctor. So we need 2 more tests for these. There is also another test when a doctor's appointment is made due to a referral from a nurse. Yes, another test, and we are on a roll now. Although there are only 5 possible states, it is expected that a patient could need multiple nurse or doctor appointments during the process, so there is more potential testing in those areas. I hope you found this useful. The information should give you a good idea of how to use state transition diagrams to identify your test cases. I would suggest going through this video again at your own pace to make sure it all gets logged in your memory. Now we'll continue to learn more test tips and tricks, and the next lesson will explain what is meant by static testing. This will give you another tool in your test toolkit and help to make an impression in a job interview. Come and join me in the next lesson and I will see you there. Remember, all lessons are free, so please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It costs you nothing and allows us to keep creating free content for you.